Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristen. I love to craft. Today I stopped at Starbucks. I got me the new Venti Ice Pumpkin Cream Chai with oat milk latte, and I also picked up a pumpkin cream cheese muffin. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna go ahead and eat my breakfast, go charge my batteries, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back from breakfast. It was so delicious. If you have not tried out Starbucks new fall menu, definitely go ahead and check it out. So in this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of fall things that I have in my craft room. There's a huge variety. So we are going to be going through like fall decorations, candles, fabrics, paper pads, stamp and die sets, and I think that's about it, but there's a bunch of them. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. So last year we bought a bunch of fall boxes from Michael's, and they were $5 each, and it's like a big mystery box. You never know what you're gonna get. And so in those boxes we got probably 10 of these, and I just like to sit this on my desk. It's just a cute little fall thing. I'm gonna zoom in just a second, but we also got maybe 20 of these, and they have a bunch of letters on the back, but we just flip them around like this. And down here in the South, we love football, and so it's just a great way to kind of like stack things. So let me get a closer look. So there's the detail, and it's very fall-esque, so that's cute. And then the football, it's just a little glass one, and then there's a little letter on it, but I just like to display it like this. And last year around my birthday, my sister got me a boo basket, and she put this in there, and I thought it was so cute. I think it came from the World Market, but it may have came from Michael's as well. But here it is. It's just a cute plush little pumpkin. I also shop a bunch of 90% off sales at Hobby Lobby. So like after the season passes, everything is marked down from like 60, 75 to 90. And I have a huge Hobby Lobby haul posted on my channel, so I'll try to link it down below, but I also got these 90% off. So this one was 40 cents and this one was 70 cents. I know that lighting is kind of bright, but it's just a cute little Jack Russell with some pumpkins and a mum. And then this just says cuddle weather. And then the last piece for decoration, this one also came from Hobby Lobby. It was 90 cents and it's just 3 pumpkins. I thought those were super duper cute. And then of course this right here says eat ham, and I'm pretty sure it came from Hobby Lobby 90% off, but who knows, it doesn't have a tag on it, but it's just so cute. Okay, I just had to go run some errands, so I'm not exactly sure where I left off, but let's talk about our fall candles. So I got these from Bath & Body Works, and this one is called Pumpkin Spice Latte, and it smells so good. So good. The key notes on here, or the fragrance notes, are pumpkin pie spice, freshly brewed espresso, homemade whipped cream, sprinkling of cinnamon sugar. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. So here's a close-up look, and that's what it's called if you would like to screenshot it. And then the other one, which is like my #1 chef's kiss perfect candle that they have ever made. It was previously called pumpkin spice and patchouli, and they have changed the name to Farmhouse Pumpkin and Spice. Now the fragrance notes for this one is heirloom pumpkin, patchouli, and fall spices. Oh, it's so good. I've already started burning this one, but here's a close-up. There it is right there. So these two I love to burn in my house starting in like August and all the way up until like December 1st. These are the ones that I'm burning. Next up, let's talk about paper pads and scrapbooking. So lately I've actually gotten into scrapbooking, and so I'm finding a way to actually use my paper pads that I buy a lot of. This one right here is called Fall Plaid, and I did get it from Michael's, and there's the pretty colors on the front. And then just a quick little flip through. These are so stinking pretty. I'm so excited to work with these. These are 12 by 12 inch sheets. There's 48 sheets, and they are not double-sided. I thought I saw in here that they were 65 pound, but I'm not seeing it on the front. So, I mean, I think it's perfect for scrapbooking, and it does feel like 65-pound paper, so we'll just go with that. Next up, we have another one, and this one is called Sweet Harvest. It's also from Michael's, and this is more centered around like pink fall, and so I'm just really partial to pink. and this one looks really, really pretty. It also has some gold foil in it, so let's go ahead and get a close-up. And there are those pretty prints on the front. And then we can do just a quick little flip through. There's some pinks, oranges, or the orange colors, not actual oranges. Let's see. Oh, there's that gold foil, some pink pumpkins, some beige. So you kind of get the point. Next up, this is by the Paper Studio. It's called Sun Bleached Floral, and it does have like some like burnt oranges in here, and so I think that that's mainly why I like this one for fall. But let's get a close up. So it's kind of on theme with the last paper pad that I showed you. And then let's do a little flip through. This one's really thick, so it's gonna be kind of hard. Let's see if it'll work with me. It's not really working with me. It's just gonna go by so fast that you can't really see it, but here's just another little close-up. I think this will be great, just cutting out a few little pieces of paper, using it in the scrapbook. Even with card making, those colors are perfect for card making. Another one that I wanted to talk about is the Honeybee stamps, and this one is called Fall is in the Air. These are double-sided premium 65-pound cardstock sheets. There are 24 sheets in here, and it says that there's 2 designs of each. So let's get a close-up. There are some of them there. And then on the bottom half, there are some more there. So these are just so pretty. And then towards the back, it has a bunch of sentiments that you can use. And there's a close-up of them as well. So you can use this one paper pad for a variety of things. Scrapbooking, card making, even decorating your planner with it. So there's just a lot of pretty ones in here as well. Okay, and clearly I've used it. I like to keep the scrap pieces from certain paper pads with the actual paper pad just because it kind of keeps it all together. And then for the last paper pad that we have, it is called Solid Golds. I believe I bought this from Joann's, but I could be wrong. I think the Hobby Lobby carries their own version of a gold paper pad, so I'll definitely keep an eye out, and if I find one, I'll try to link it down below. But here's a close-up. All of these are textured, so it's called glitzy, gold foil, embossed, chunky glitter, and then you also have like a matte foil in here. But here's an example of that chunky glitter. You can just tell it's really, really textured on there. So this is like a definite, for sure, has to be in my craft room at all times. So I actually bought a couple of these whenever I saw them. They're great for, again, card making, planners, scrapbooking, all kinds of stuff, and it's just like a little essential that you need in your craft room. So I like to have a couple of those on hand. Let's talk about fabric. Last year I shopped Hobby Lobby's 90% off sale, and I got all this fabric for 90% off. They ended up being 79 cents a yard, and I'm going to give you guys just like a close-up. Whenever they were cutting them, they said that it was a 2-yard minimum, so of course I went with the 2 yards. I didn't want to buy too much because I didn't want to like hog it all or be stingy, but I did get, I think, like one of each color that I like really, really liked. And for these, I kind of want to make pillows out of them and put them on my couch. And there's a close-up view on what the fabric looks like. And then I also got this plaid. I want to make a scarf out of, I think this one, or actually, I'm sorry, wait, oops. This one is the one that I want to make a scarf out of, and then I want to kind of like fringe up the ends. So I'm going to give you guys a close-up as well. So here's what it looks like close up, and then you can tell where it's kind of fraying along the edge. Well, I want to take that fraying about 3 inches up and have it kind of like fringy. So I'm really hoping that that works, but I plan on making myself a couple scarves, maybe even embroider like my initial on there or something. I just think that that'd be so cute. And then for this specific fabric, I want to make placemats, and I'm going to embroider thankful on the front. And if you look really close at a certain angle, you can see that there's some kind of like gold shimmer to it on some of the stitches. So I'm going to kind of show you guys, and hopefully it shows up. Okay, so there's a close-up view, and you can tell along this right here that there's like that gold kind of like stitch to it. I just really like these for placemats. And then this one right here is like a burnt orange kind of color. And this is going to go on the back of the placemat. So it's going to be double-sided. And then we have some pumpkins. I'm going to give you guys a close-up view of those as well. And here they are. I also got into making some aprons for baking last year. I also embroidered the front of those. And then as soon as I saw this pattern, I was like, that's going to be perfect for making aprons and embroidering them next year. On the pattern, it says like 1 cup of heavy cream, cup of butter, 2 eggs. And so it's kind of like ingredients. And there it is. Okay, and then the last piece of fabric from the 90% off sale, it has like some pumpkin trucks, kind of southern. It has like a barn on it. And there's that close-up view as well. And then some other patterns that I got from Joann's, I believe. And of course they're closed, so we can't really get those now. But I think that you can find them at Michael's and at Hobby Lobby, maybe even online. They're kind of generic. But let me get you guys more of like a close-up view, so just 1 second. So here's a bunch of those patterns that I really like to embroider with or applique with for my son. And I like to applique like a pumpkin on his shirt, put his little initial on it. And so these are just perfect for that. But I always got them whenever they were on like major sale, like $1 a yard or $2 a yard, something like that. And then these, pretty sure they came from Hobby Lobby, but it's been a couple years. So this is just a cute little ghost with a cowboy hat, and it does have a pink background. And then the next one is like a very neutral pumpkin, and there it is up close as well. So here's all the fabric that I'm going to be creating videos with this fall. I'm so excited, so I hope that you guys will stay tuned for those as well. The last thing that I would like to talk about is stamp and die sets and also embossing folders. So I only have 1 embossing folder to show you guys today. However, I can refer you to some websites that you can definitely check out. They have tons and tons of embossing folders. So the first embossing folder that I want to show you is called Pumpkin Patch. And it is from Spellbinders. It is also from their folder of the month, and this was September of 2024, so I'm not exactly sure if they still have it in stock, but you can definitely check it out, and I'm sure that they have something very close to it. And here is a close-up of their embossing folder, and it is pretty huge. It's not like a smaller one, so there it is. It has pumpkins and sunflowers. And how this works is you open it up, you put your piece of paper or cardstock in here, close it up, run it in through your embossing machine, and then you have a very beautiful and textured paper. Next up, I absolutely love this stamp and die set. It is from Honeybee Stamps, and it is called Farmhouse Fields Pumpkin Patch Add-on. And you can definitely create like a little pumpkin patch on your card, and there it is. And of course, it comes with all of the coordinating stamps and dies in there so that you can build up your scene for your card. If you do like these folders here, you can buy these on Amazon, and I will have them linked down in the description box below. It's just a magnetic sheet, and all that you do is just take your die off, use it, stick it right back on there. Perfect. All right, and then of course, you just slide it back in there. This one actually has 3 sheets of dies because this specific set came with so many pieces. I also like to take the packaging that it comes with and stick it in the front of the folder. That way I know all the information about it, meaning the brand, the design of it, and also what it's exactly called. So I like to have that little packaging on there as well. Next up, we have Lawn Fawn, and this one is called Happy Harvest. It is a coordinating stamp and die set from them, and there it is up close. And then there are those coordinating dies. So this one says, "You're amazing, many thanks, happy harvest." It's just a cute one to send out to your friends, just kind of celebrating fall. And then some of these other ones are standalone dies, meaning they do not have coordinating stamp sets. And so these right here, these two, there's a witch and then there's a ghost, and they dance, their little feet move. I thought those were so cute. And then there's just like a little Halloween puppy in there as well. And then this one right here is called Style 2497 Model Poppy, the paper art. I'm not really seeing a brand on here. Maybe the brand is called Poppy. I've never heard of them before, but I have not used this die yet. It is just a standalone die. Next up, we have another Lawn Fawn coordinating stamp and die set. And this one is supposed to be pumpkin spice, and it just has a little cup with it. So there it is up close. It's so cute. And then it does have the coordinating die with it. And then the last two coordinating Stampin' Die sets are for Halloween, and these remind me of my kids so much. My boys love to go trick-or-treating, and so I did pick up these, and they do have the coordinating Stampin' Dies with them. So there is a close-up. And of course we have the dies, and then there's a close-up as well with the coordinating dies. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.